Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the broadcast for another day of AU Esports. I will be your host this evening, Noah Bowers, and tonight we have a very exciting one. We are back in Apex Legends after finishing off a phenomenal regular season last semester where our varsity team finished in the top 10 of all premier teams last semester, which was a phenomenal showing, and it guarantees us a spot in the Premier Division for this semester, which we are just about to get underway. A little bit of a different way the regular season is now going to be working. There is, in fact, a relegation system now in effect. There are two separate Premier Division lobbies. We are currently in Lobby 1, but if you finish in the bottom 10, you will be demoted down to Lobby 2 for the next week. The reason why that matters is that when you are in Lobby 1, the points that you earn heading in towards the championship for seeding purposes are doubled. So staying in and gathering points in Lobby 1 is critical going into the playoffs here at the end of the semester. Just a reminder for you guys as well, normal Apex streams as per usual, 5-minute delay, which is a bit long, but that's because we got to make sure it is competitive. 360 Swivel, our star player, will also be streaming his POV. You can find that in our Discord server if you're interested in supporting his POV as well. Zephyrcast, content creator from Texas A&M University and also an Apex Legends ALGS caster himself, professional caster, is also going to be co-streaming the Premier Division lobbies with us as well. So you can tune in to his live stream if you're wanting a little bit of a different voice to go with it. But without further ado, we will be hopping in. Oh, I also forgot to announce, we do have a junior varsity team this semester as well in Apex. So they will be competing on Saturdays, 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm unsure if we will be streaming those, but we will be streaming, obviously, all of our Premier Division matchups Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern. First map, looks like we're going to be hopping into, let me double check. World's Edge, if I'm not mistaken. Everybody's still loading in here. One sec, so. Nope. Map 1 is going to be Storm Point. 6 games back-to-back, just like last semester. 2 on Storm Point. Then it's going to be 2 on World's Edge. And the last 3 on E-District. And without further ado, let's head right back into it. Oh, it feels good to be back.
Survey beacon over there.
You'll notice some familiar faces. 360 Swivel will be IGLing again this semester for our team. 424 will be making his return from last semester as a rookie. This was his freshman year last year, I believe. So he's back in the lineup. And Toast Grilled, who has been a member for multiple semesters now, is rounding out the varsity lineup. We do have a couple substitutes as well. They'll be on the junior varsity roster. So if we ever need them, they'll be called up to help us out. Let's take a look at the map. See where this is going to be pulling here. Augusta University is going to be dropping at the wall here on Storm Point. It looks like we're going to have a zone pulling all the way down, most likely to maybe Echo, maybe Launch. Yeah, maybe Echo or Launch. We'll have to see when we get the first map ping to get some more information.
Evo harvester spotted near me.
Another thing to note is that the meta for some of the legends and actually how the game is going to be played is going to be changing a lot probably next time we're streaming Apex. So we're about to have the next big season update next week, which is adding breakable walls, or excuse me, breakable windows on some of the maps. So that's going to be very, very interesting to see how that's going to change the dynamics of some of these team fights when they're holed up in these later zone rings, hold up in these perfect building setups. Because now you don't just have to push a door, you can shoot through windows, break through them. We got a bit of an enemy scan here, so we can see what teams are nearby. So far, you got Bellevue University, one of the best teams in the lobby here for sure, as well as Group D's team. Obviously, member in Collegiate Apex that is very well known. Fisher Esports has Sloth Golden. That's going to be a very impressive team as well. KSU Black returning. Yeah,
Let's go that way.
we're lobby 1 of Premier Division. A lot of heavy hitters in this one. And Golden's actually going to go ahead and get the first
Check
elim,
out that area.
second or first elim of the match. Bellevue already getting a knock onto Iowa State as well.
Leveled up.
Yeah, and they're going to go ahead and push that too. That's tough, Group D. Hope they're able to make it out of them. It does look like on the road to here, we are going to be moving up onto Florida State's
Infinite ammo.
Apex team, FSU Garnet. Already up to purple as well.
Got my upgrade.
So
list.
I'm sure 360
Let's check out that area.
is aware of that, needs to be careful. And is actually going to go ahead and get some shots off. Switch perspective just in time. G7 already singing. 400 ammo. Man, he has been finding nothing but light ammo. Oh, he's got an R9 as well, so that makes sense. Yeah, and FSU wants no part in this. They're just trying to make their way to zone. So they're not going to stick around and try and push that fight. Making a lot of noise, though. So this red team here, this is Illinois Orange, could potentially want to do that. But no, they're going to go ahead and get their thing. And I was correct. We saw that last little map ping. It is going to be a launch pad zone. So we have a couple teams already posted up there. RIT, Purdue, and KSU Black already there as well. But yes, so the meta will be changing. Not only are breakable windows going to be the biggest addition, they're going to be changing some of the weapon balancing. I think removing helmets, knockdown shields, and backpacks are also not going to be in the loot pool anymore. Excuse me, gray backpacks.
Extended energy mag located over here.
Let's regroup there.
But they're also going to be doing some legendary works. Fuse is getting a rework. Bloodhound is getting a rework. And Catalyst, I believe, is not getting a full rework, but I think they're tweaking how her ultimate works, which is giving it a big buff. But this is going to be the default meta team comp that you'll see around most of the teams. Bangalore, Valk, and Caustic. The controllers are just absolutely,
Cancel that. Let's check out that area.
absolutely broken right now in this game. They've just so powerful. Caustic specifically can just really take over a team fight and sway things in your favor. Lock down a ton of area on the map. Very useful to have.
Let's go this way. Let's check out this area. Got ourselves a bandit out there. Friendly trap deployed. Take a defensive contact.
Texas A&M getting knocked by Jukesy from Bellevue. And it looks like this rotation
Look in here
was
for
pretty early. Bottom of Launchpad was pretty much vacated here by Purdue and KSU Black. But Augusta University's got a nice little snug spot. A lot of sight lines here at the bottom of Launchpad. They need to be careful. They could get dived on here later in the game. But this is pretty good, decent positioning, especially for Ring 2. Pretty active lobby already. 2 teams already fully eliminated. I wonder if I can get a quick tab check here on the match stats. Bellevue already have 4 kills. UFC Exodus with 3. Tamu Maroon, the first or second team to go out.
bogey in sight.
I'm very happy to be casting Apex again. This is obviously one of my favorite esport titles that we offer. The Collegiate Apex scene has really started to take off after last semester, which is awesome. So has ALGS in general. If you guys didn't get to see the World Championships in Sapporo, Japan a couple weeks ago, highly recommend you check out the VODs for the Match Point Finals. It was some really exciting gameplay. Looks like we might have a team coming in here.
Enemy landed on me.
Looks like this is going to be, ooh, what team is this? UCF. Fellow Southeastern team. University of Central Florida is setting up shop directly next to us, and 360 is going to go ahead and break some shield. He does not want any part of this team setting up near where they are. They could attract unwanted attention or could potentially dive on them when they don't want to. So I really like the aggressive damage. Arkansas State, you see the top right of your screen, is going to be eliminated. St. Clair Saints Green eliminated, as well as Fisher. Wow, some huge teams getting taken out here on the rotation into Launchpad already. I wonder if that's going to be a sign of things to come. This is only game one, so this lobby is still going to be figuring out who the top dogs are, what kind of play styles different teams are going to want to run, whether they are going to be aggressive or campy in zone, how the rotation predictions are going to work out. I think one of the biggest advantages that Augusta University has, not just with the GOAT of an IGL that 360 is, but he's very, very consistent when it comes to the ring predictions as well. There was a bit of a controversy actually in the ALGS World Finals with a pretty unpredictable ring pull that happened in Game 9 of the Match Point Finals that really threw a lot of teams for a loop. And a nice damage being doled out there by 360 with the R9. Not missing with the purple laser sight and the blue stock. That's going to be very difficult to deal with. And he's got plenty of ammo, so not going to be an issue whatsoever for him to keep firing.
Toxic gas. Bogey over there.
15 squads remain. 360 already close to 500 damage. Oh, he's going to get poked a little bit here. Needs to be careful. That was 50 damage, so it was probably a 30-30 or some type of marksman rifle that tagged him there. They're going to swap out the Evo. Toast will get his positive regen. 424, who has been scrimming a lot recently with the junior varsity team as well, so he's turned into a little bit more of a veteran presence here at Augusta University, which has been really cool to see. But now he's back in the swing of things with the varsity roster. Some more knocks going down. Bellevue University getting 2 knocks, one with a thermite, one with a flatline. And that'll be Illinois Orange eliminated. Let me see what that looks like for the kill totals now. Yeah, Bellevue starting to run away with its 7 kills, but UFC Exodus right behind, running the Wraith, Sparrow, and Rampart. What an aggressive composition. I really like that. Oh, and they need to be careful here. This is a full team swing here. 424 pinging them out. That was a great Newcastle tactical. Gives them plenty of mobile cover to make their move and pretty much stay uncontested. Ooh, Bocek coming in. It's going to be scary damage. 360 tries to smoke out, give them just a little bit more cover so they can potentially get rid of this team that is now in front of them. And these sightlines could prove to be very dangerous here relatively soon. I'm trying to see what teams this is. It looks like that was UCF that finally made their move. And what team is fighting them? Oh, this is FSU Garnet again, as Dakeson is going to get a shield crack onto, I believe, 360. We'll tab back over. No, it was on 424.
Shield core here. Level 2.
USU eliminated as well. Approaching top 10. And ring 3 will start to close in about 20 seconds. Ooh, damage is done. 360 needs to be careful here. They are fighting a battle on 2 fronts, sandwiched between FSU and UCF, 2 South Florida teams. Shouts out. There was a really good tweet breakdown. I'll have to link it if anybody's interested, by Oasis, the moderator or admin here of the Octane Collegiate Tournament, where he did a regional breakdown of where the top performing teams are located. And the region that is got the highest concentration of teams is actually Ontario, Canada, with, I believe, 5 different rosters being represented in the top 20 premier teams. I think second place was Texas, and then there were a ton of places tied for third, including Georgia, Florida, and one other state. Yeah, it goes to show that Apex Legends. Oh, nice knock from 360 onto ISU.
On my marker.
I don't know. He's not going to risk trying to finish that kill, but would be awesome to get some early KP here. Purdue getting a knock as well. A lot of G7s, a lot of R9s. You're going to see a couple triple takes in the kill feed as well, I'm sure. Kaiju goes down. That was one of our standout rosters from last semester as well. Toast spots somebody. Calls it out for the rest of the team. Nobody else is really getting a lot of damage on their Evo. Except for 360. Oh, a snipe from KSU.
Let's go this way.
A Kraber taking out a member of Bellevue. I believe that's Votary or VOD for short here on this gamer tag, but that could be absolutely massive. And Augusta University is going to go ahead and use the Valk ult here to try and rotate to a better position for this final zone. Very early on, but they need to be careful that they're not caught out here. And they look like they're landing on a solo that's caught out. They get a nice stun with the Valk ultimate. Ooh, but the damage might be there. 106. 360 has to back away before finally getting taken out. And Toast might go down here.
Let's go this
I don't think they anticipated the other members of that team having sightlines on them, but that
way. Here.
whoever that was shooting was not missing.
Near me.
Oh no, it was KSU. UCF now eliminated. As Kennesaw State Black is going to try and pounce here. Oh, excuse me. No, they actually rotated all the way over to zone, and now they're going to be fighting for final building with RIT, which gives Augusta University some more time to reposition. 360 is going to take a forward position yet again. Minnesota State Mavericks eliminated. Good smoke there
Hostile landed near me.
from 360. That's going to obstruct vision, destroy any utility that was in there. Nades go out. It's able to deal some damage to the caustic in there. And Bellevue actually starting to wipe Purdue. It looks like Jukesy going absolutely massive in the kill feed.
Here. Hostile spotted.
FSU Garnet, the team that was behind Augusta University, finally eliminated. Now we're approaching the top 10 as Toast will be knocked here. 360 needs to be careful. He has to stay alive if he wants a chance. 424 gets immediately killed as well on the rotation. 360, the only member to get out with his life. So now it's just going to be a race to hopefully find some KP or placement. It's not going to be enough. They will go out in seventh place, excuse me, with 0 kills. Excuse me, 1 kill. 360 was able to get a finish on one of them. Bellevue will finally go down, and RIT Orange has a beautiful placement here on the building. We'll stay on board with them for now. Let's see if anybody else is. Actually, you know what? We'll switch over to KSU if I can.
Let's go here.
They're in the bottom of this building here. They have made it up to the top 5. So this is great placement here for Kennesaw State University. Use the crypto, gets so much information. Knock goes out as Limbox is able to get 2. Kindly Monkey with the Kraber gonna get caught out on the building. Is able to get the finish, but they need to be careful as the other team right on top of them. 4 squads left. It's great damage. The caustic gas is gonna knock elixirs. They should be able to get him up though, unless somebody enters the building. Oh my gosh, gets caught trying to go for a shield swap. Kindly Monkey, last one up, has to play knockdown shields just to try and get some extra cover. Almost gets killed going for a shield swap, but is finally able to get one. Alter attack is going to be useful to get that kill, and I don't think he got that kill. No, Mobius stole that from him. So no, a little extra KP there. Is going to finish with top 3 placement before finally being able to get taken out. University of Utah, I believe, is the last full squad up. No, it's full 3-man. Looks like we're stuck in a Wraith loop there. Not much to be done there. As Narwhal Boy is now going to try and get some of these last kills. Ooh, loses that 1v1, but it should be more than enough for the rest of his team to carry out. University of Utah will be the first winner of the first game of Octane Season 4 Stage 2. Shouts out to them. The first Apex champion of the semester. Take a look at the match summary here. UFC Exodus getting second place with 15 KP. My goodness. Monster game from them. 11 kills from the University of Utah. I wasn't recognizing their gamer tags in the kill feed as often, but that's great from them. Bellevue University racked up all the way up to 9 kills before getting taken out in 6th place. So really well done there. We'll bring up the overstat page here, so you guys can see the stats here. It does look like top damage is going to go to Mobius. Top survival as well. Was that on... Yeah, University of Utah. 2,400 damage and 7 kills. Hoo-wee. I guess the University is going to round out at 9th place there overall. First legend band is going to be Bangalore, it looks like. That was the most chosen legend here in game 1. I was surprised by that, actually. I thought it'd be Caustic. So we're going to get Caustic for a whole nother game. All right, looks like we're going to go to a quick break while we wait for game 2 to get underway, but it'll be second game there on Storm Point before we switch map positions. Don't go anywhere, chat. Augusta University finished in the top 10 in the first game. We'll have to see if they can keep that positive momentum going when we come back after this. Hopefully we can, with Bang being banned, I'm very surprised by that. I'm curious to see what that means for the rest of the lobby. It looks like most of the lobby is actually confused as to why that's banned. I didn't think that was the most chosen. I thought for sure it was going to be 11 Caustics being chosen, or at least more than that. But who knows? Oh, okay. Winning team had Bangalore. But since it was tied, it goes to whatever team, whatever legend was on the winning team. I guess the winning team didn't have a Bangalore or a Caustic. No, they didn't. They ran Pathfinder, Crypto, and Bangalore. So that explains it. Wow. All right. We'll be right back after this quick break into game 2 here on Storm Point. Welcome back here to Game 2 on Storm Point. This will be the last game on Storm Point. There we go. I was just finishing fixing the overlay. I don't know why it tanks the FPS when I type out. I need to fix that. But we're back. Last game here for Storm Point. AU spawning back on the wall. Yeah, so that little last minute rotation into zone before we got shot, it looks like there was a solo that 360 really wanted to just go ahead and ape on. And I think he ended the rotation early. I don't think that's exactly where they wanted to be for final zone, which then put us into a kind of a rough rotation spot where people knew our location and we were trying to get into a building. And then Toast and 424 both went down at the same time. And when that happens, it's really, really rough. Oh. A bit of a connection issue there. I thought the game paused for a second. I was like, what? First ring console shows us, wow, this is actually going to be pretty much center map. This is a very interesting zone pull. Because it could be ending right here on this slope where the zipline is, and that would really suck because that's a really tough one to push into if you're not already there. And it looks like Purdue's going to actually go ahead and try and make it there. I don't know why Apex servers are being annoying, but they are. Kaiju's going to be the first team to go down.
Ultimate accelerant here.
And Augusta University is going to take the Trident all the way into Cascade here, but I think FSU Garnet, yet again, is already here. They're going to be taking pot shots at all of the Jaguars. You're going to have to be careful if they want to get out of this.
Shield core here. Level 2.
Valkolt's going to be invested. We're going to head out. Notice the comp change. Toast was able to get another game with Caustic, so we'll take that. Forrest switched over to the Newcastle, which could really help these late game pushes. When one goes down, we get the res up and stay alive a little bit longer. Oh my goodness, we landed on top of a team. Huge one mag from the R9 with 360. The triple take also going to be into effect there. And everybody on AU is actually going to stay alive there. I do believe they are going to be able to get the res off on the other team. Newcastle ultimate will be dropped as well. Heavily fortified position now on the stairs. What team was that? Oh my gosh, it was RIT. Are they already up? Or was it Purdue? I can't tell.
A bandit close by.
But it looks like they already got their team up. Everybody's fully healed.
One of our traps here.
Oh my goodness. This Caustic is blocking the door from being closed. That would have been very bad. We got it sorted out. It was a pretty fast game one. If there's no tech issues or anything like that, should be in for a relatively quick evening there. Storm Point is probably going to be the longest map, if I had to guess. Some of the other maps usually are a little bit more close range. Oh my goodness. 360 in an insanely forward position. Could be a dangerous spot if they catch him out here. Not a lot of cover to head glitch on or go behind. But he's so confident in his gun skill that he likes to take these positions, initiate these team fights. The door gets open and they're going to swing that. Movement's there. He's able to get away. Doesn't even get tagged. Going to throw a nade in there. And now he's going to be tagged. I believe that's by Purdue. Needs to be careful here. Downstairs door was blocked. He couldn't get in. Gonna drop the shield. Let Toast switch it out. Res it up. Or heal it up, I should say. Oh my goodness, Toast immediately getting lasered. Peaked by RIT. I believe this was FSU that was taking shots on him. Yep, it was.
We should go over there.
Let's scan this area. Let's attack here. Let's go here.
4-2-4 with the 30-30. It's probably going to be our best chance at doing any type of poke damage. Has this ironed in. Toast with the Nemesis, not really the best for longer range engagements. But if they enter in the building, that with this caustic smoke and the alternator could do some serious damage.
Friendly trap here. Let's scan this area.
Mexican standoff continuing to ring true. Triple take.
Level 2.
Dealt some damage to 360 there. He's going to just switch out the shield, go right back to it. He does have it 2 to 4 times on the triple take. That's actually really nice. Gives you a lot of options. A wide swing. The tracking wasn't there initially. Broke shield on the Valk though. Shoots the caustic gas to give them some extra cover and some heals. 360 just barely getting away with his life. Should be able to get the bat off as well. Decent damage, over 500 already now. This is a very aggressive push by this team on the outskirts. Oh my goodness. Another broken shield. Toast getting absolutely leveled. Another Newcastle wall goes down. They're going to give up the second floor here and want to go ahead and hunker down on all of these doors. Got a little hairy there for a second, but enough damage was dealt to kind of warrant them away from
There's an enemy this way.
entering in the building.
We can scan this area.
Wonderfully done.
We can scan this area.
Ooh, that's a far toss from Toast. Oh. They tried to do it again. Door closed on him. Didn't really work.
Shield core here. Level 2.
Let's check this quadrant.
Get a little more poke damage from 360 there. I think they're still worrying about, yeah, RIT, produce up on the thing. And this zone is still continuing to pull in. I'm guessing it's going to pull closer to up here, upper towards Cascade. That's where Bellevue looks to be set up.
Light ammo here.
.360 gonna get some high ground here. This could be a cheeky angle. These 5 squads have already been eliminated in this rotation to ring 2.
Maneuver that area. Let's scan this area.
Ooh, he's gonna get sniped. That triple take, with the doors being broken, that really leaves them vulnerable to, who is this? Oh, it's Bellevue. That's taking pot shots at him from Cascade.
Let's migrate over there.
Yes, high respawns. Yeah, 5-minute delay. You're talking to Noah in the future. Yeah, I hope things are going well for you up in Ohio, fellow alumni of Augusta University. Your efforts in Rocket League will be foretold for many student generations here. We thank you for your service. I hope you're, doing well in the graduate life. Working full time, being an adult. Love to hear the success stories after collegiate esport careers. Oh my goodness, is this the final zone? Ooh, what a pull from 360 to be still dead center. They don't have to worry about this next rotation here. I still think it's going to be about where Purdue is situated at, though.
Spotted one.
And Augusta University is more than happy to stay content in this building for as long as they can. This is going to be a pretty hectic final zone. Not a lot of cover. There's a few buildings, but I think a lot of teams are going to be caught outside. Sloth, already the kill leader. Let me just look at the match stats here. Fisher Esports with 6. Bellevue, again, with a high kill total already with 5. And that's neighboring us as well. So we need to be very mindful of that.
Let's go here. Let's attack here.
Who is this solo? SE. Who is SE? Oh, SE Blue. I'm forgetting what they are, but it looks like we have a couple teams rotating in. They need to be careful. Bellevue is trying to get some damage in, but he's going to be shot at by RIT. So a little bit of an enemy of my enemy situation between RIT and AU. So they both are trying to fend Bellevue University away from them. Mobius, kill leader from last game for the University of Utah. Getting another knock there. Or it might be UFC Exodus. Let me see. No, it is Utah. Yeah. UCF and St. Clair both go down at the same time. Huge kills from Sloth there, and Kennesaw State Black also getting in the kill feed. The solo that we were just looking at for SE, Bellevue finally found them. Juxi took care of it. And we are already in the top 10 of squads. And Ring 4 hasn't started to close yet.
Let's check this quadrant.
There you go. Toast getting some damage in as the ISU Farmers will go down. 91 headshot, 43 flesh from 4. If he was able to hit one more headshot, that would have been a knock. I don't think they would have been able to get the full kill there, but still, that's great damage from 4. Starting to hit some of the ironed in 30-30 shots. 360 again on the outside of this building. And he's going to go ahead and give the call to have everybody else rotate out here. And it's a beautiful Valk placement, but this could be dangerous. They'll now be out in the open. A lot of teams going to be trying to take pot shots at him. Oh, 424 is going to get knocked on the way out.
Scan this area.
And that's probably the worst one that could have gone down. With the Newcastle being dead, that reset ultimate and the fast revives with the shield is now no more. University of Utah going down already as well. Now it's going to be all up to 360 and Toast. I don't think they have a mobile respawn. They do not. RIT Orange eliminated. It was a very early rotate by Augusta University, but it had to be done. Let's see if this final zone will favor them. And no, it is going to pull south
Bogey there.
towards MNSU and Kennesaw State. Well, it's actually west of us, but you knew what I meant. You knew what I meant, chat.
We can jet over there.
Over 1k damage yet again here for 360. This triple take could probably do some decent damage, poking at teams that are trying to get an angle on somebody else. But he's going to also want to be mindful not to potentially give away his position. I don't know how many teams saw them fly in and know that they're exactly behind this this tree. The cost of gas is probably going to give it away that at least somebody's hiding out here.
Shield cell here.
We should maneuver to that area. Let's scope this quadrant.
And they're just going to go ahead and wrap this out for as long as they can. Kennesaw State being harassed here in this final building by Schmall's team, which is going to be Minnesota State.
We should probe that sector over there.
Here we go. AU on the move as Ring 5 starts closing in. And he's going to tell Toast actually to go ahead and park the bus, as the crypto is going to signify to all the teams nearby in these buildings that they are potentially free kills here. Damage goes out, but this is going to be very tough for them to stay alive here. Another Valve Gold being invested. He has to cancel it. Someone heard it. Here comes the altar to try and finish the kills. Toast is there. Caustic gas is going to be invested just to try and keep himself alive. Here comes the shield bat. And final ring rotation. Somehow they have not been finished here, so he's going to be able to get the res. Valk ult attack is going to slow that down. Surely he doesn't get this off. My goodness. Revive comes through. Caustic gas for some mobile cover is going to be thrown out. Bellevue will go down, as Augusta University is almost at the top 5 mark.
Let's tack here.
Looks like every other member.
I need shields.
Oh, we're starting to run out of healing here. It does sound like somebody's going to be trying to peek us in a little bit, but if they can just bide time here, that'd be huge. Kennesaw State starting to get into a fight with Purdue. Just one member will go down. Good R9 shots from 360. Isn't able to break shield, and oh no, he's going to reposition. I don't know if I like this. He's going to be separated from Toast. This is very aggressive from 360. Purdue Black now goes down as Kennesaw State will finish those kills, and oh no, 360 might be stuck. Surely not. Surely he's not stuck, right? Okay, no, he's not. He was just waiting. Oh my gosh, he's going to take Toast into the air as this final ring closes in, and he's going to do the old school tactic of just spiraling in to slow down their descent. Just buy him some more time. I don't know if I really like this play call. It's going to allow them to get underneath. Toast gets caught on the roof, so he'll die immediately, as Kennesaw State will take those free KP all day, any day. Shield swap comes in from 360. He's going to get shot immediately from the bars. He's going to get top 5 placement, though. No kills. And that'll be it. So top 5 for Augusta University. No kills yet again. We'll hop on board here with Elixirs, who's on the crypto. Nice P20 shots here from Kindly. Caustic gas going to go out. They both have P20s. Wow. They are kitted out. KSU will go down to Sloth, which is another big-time game from Sloth. He's having a... Here comes a... Ooh, good Newcastle wall from Illinois. but doesn't play it as effectively as they could. So Minnesota State will be there, and Fisher will be the last team standing in a pretty chaotic final zone there. A lot of ultimates being invested, but Fisher will come out on top for our Game 2 winner.
We have our Apex champions.
And that is a absolutely stacked roster. Golden, Sloth, Dom2 Cracked. We're going to have a feeling we're going to be saying their name a lot here in Lobby 1 of the Premier Division for the rest of the semester. "23 kills from Fisher? Are we serious? That is crazy. And a first place? I mean, they just absolutely vacuumed up everybody in that final zone. My goodness. I think we still only have one team kill. Let me see. Do a quick refresh here. Yes. We're still in 10th place overall, though. And I'll show that to you guys now in 1 moment. All right, so that's going to give Fisher a huge game. They're going to jump up 12 spots here. 37 after 2 games with 25 kills and 9th place average placing. That is crazy. Elixirs, shout out the Kennesaw State fellow GOAT, friend of the stream with the best survival time so far across 2 games. Sloth, one of the best slayers in the lobby. Votary as well. And Mobius, 10 kills, my goodness. 4K damage already accrued for both Sloth and Meadsy. What team is Meadsy on? Minnesota State. 4K, but only 3 kills and 5 downs. He has been letting the damage rain. But Augusta University will drop down 1 spot and are going to be teetering after 2 games at the top 10 mark. That will confirm Caustic being the team or the next legend that is banned, which is pretty much what we expected the first time around. Looks like we do have a technical issue, so we are going to be waiting on that. But Game 3 will be starting relatively soon. And we will be going to World's Edge here in Game 3. We'll do 2 on World's Edge and then the final 2 at E-District. So we'll go to a quick intermission. When we come back, it'll be Game 3, the halfway point here for tonight's matches. Thank you so much for tuning in. And so far, Augusta University is in the top 10, which is where we want to be if we want to stay here in Lobby 1 going into next week, which is going to be absolutely critical for earning points for the championship playoff push that we want to get seeded in. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back here to game 3. We are switching maps. We're going to be back on World's Edge. One of my favorite maps here in Apex Legends. Both for playing and watching competitively. I think this has a lot of good areas to rotate, find combat. And it looks like we're going to have a northern ring pull here, so we're not going to be seeing anything in the southern side of the map. That's already nice for us. Could be a skyhook zone. I could potentially see it go east as well towards Fragment. 360 is going to go ahead and ping over at Lava Fisher, where our smallest team, Minnesota State, is going to be waiting. So the Mavericks, another dangerous roster that Jaguars need to be aware of. Very close nearby as neighbors.
Cruising over there to check out the loot situation.
Level 2.
I'll bet that.
Let's charge that way.
Found an extended energy mag. Level 3.
Let's check that quadrant.
100%.
Augusta University going to go ahead and get loaded out here. I'm curious to see. It looks like 360 is predicting another northern pull to Skyhook based on the map ping here. FSU Garnet yet again here on the rotation, and I believe 360 may have spotted them here. Might see some pot shots. But they're out in the open enough that this could be a choke point. They are going to turn around here to loot, and shots initially going to be a little bit shaky. Rampart wall comes out. Then you'll see Caustic, remember, was the second legend band.
Let's check that.
So we're going to be running Newcastle, Rampart, and Valkyrie. Valkyrie has just been so useful with her new movement tech and the ultimate for quick rotations across the map. Rampart as well with her recent rework. Really good at just being able to set up defense and hole up somewhere. First rotation coming in. Valgold being invested. It looks like they are going to want to try and get on top of Skyhooks. It's a pretty good prediction because they saw with the ring pull that it is going to be going all the way up north. And instead of going on top of Skyhook, 360 is going to want to land here on one of these southern buildings. Looks like they already spotted. Yes, that's going to be Kennesaw State was already on top of it. So they would have landed right into a team fight. Darn you, Georgia, Apex. So good at predicting these zones.
Optics here. Mid-range. Frag grenade here.
Got a bad one over there.
Let's go here.
RIT Orange, first team eliminated, and guess who? Sloth yet again. With all 3 kills, make it a squad wipe for him. And he's kicking things off again after a monster 23 kill team performance from Fisher last game. They are starting to warm up, and it doesn't look like they're going to slow down anytime soon. More pot shots being rung out here from AU. Off on board with Toast here with the 30-30. A bit shaky there. Ooh, good arc star. I don't know which team threw that, but that was like right on the money. Whoa, what a knock from Toast. 119 to the dome ski.
And we've got a ram party.
Nice damage.
Got another bandit.
I love the bow check arrow just caught in the hard light like wall from Rampart. Oh, our game 1 winners, University of Utah, eliminated again very early on. Very interesting.
Got a bad one over there.
Let's go here.
360 looking at some of the buildings, wanting to go ahead and plan our rotation. Let's look, where is he wanting to go? Oh, and the shots that we're hearing, this is Fisher Esports starting to come into Skyhook here. Sloth, the damage and kill leader of the entire lobby, smelling more blood in the water as they are trying to take out SE Blue, another early exit team from last game. Actually, their rat made it all the way to top 10, I believe. Group D getting knocked out by VOD over in Bellevue. Oh my gosh, huge nades. Who threw that? That was Sloth? No way. Bellevue sets their sights on Augusta University as they got easy kills from phenomenal nades, and Augusta University will be knocked out swiftly. Are you kidding me? They must have heard them shooting at Small's team, Minnesota. Decided, oh, we won't even peek SE anymore. We'll just go ahead and take out Augusta University. The nades were, I mean, just absolutely amazing. The frag grenades basically knocked 2 members of AU, including 360, our leading damage dealer, before they even had to push into the building. Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. So we go out in 18th place with the 0 kills yet again. That's going to be a huge L of a game for AU. That's going to really slow down our momentum, and it's going to probably definitely set us back into the bottom 10 of the lobby. We're going to have a huge bounce back on game 2 of World's Edge if we want a better chance.
Head over there.
Some good knocks here from Kennesaw State University. They're going to go ahead and finish some of those kills off to TMU. Purdue Black going down as well. So they are pretty much owning Skyhook here. They have the top taken care of. They have Alter for some movement. Crypto, plenty of information. And their Watson, which would have helped us. On top of that roof, Pylon taking out some of the nades. They have that, so they are very defensively minded. Kindly is going to be spotted out here. Oh, gets charged rifle knocked. Didn't even see that person ADSing. Nexus portal will be invested, though. They are able to get him back up and going. That's probably why he felt comfortable enough to drop down and start fighting. Sloth gets another knock in the kill feed as well.
Head over there.
Got some flesh damage there. St. Clair Green going to be eliminated. Sloth continues his kill leader reign with 6 kills now in game 3. Tamu Maroon eliminated early on. We're rapidly approaching top 10 squads now. Just farming damage with a triple take here. Elixirs just giving so much intelligence to the rest of the squad with the crypto drone. Let's take a look at what other squads are going to have to rotate in. Bellevue isn't even in Skyhook yet. They might get gate kept by none other than Fisher. They're not even playing for zone. They're going to play for these kills because they know at least one team is probably going to have to rotate through this hallway. I actually want to switch to this. These are two heavy hitting rosters. My goodness. Dom 2 cracked with just an absolute laser of an R9. Thermite's going to do a ton of damage there. Oh my, one mag. Two knocks for Dom 2 crack. Sloth will get the last one, and that is a full team wipe of Bellevue as Fisher has cranked up the heat past boiling. I mean, they are going insane right now. How many kills do they have already? What? 18? Are we serious? No other squad has 2? Bellevue had 3 at least, but oh my goodness. They are absolutely farming this lobby.
We should go there. I go down.
Squad rotating right under Fisher's nose. Looks like Tom does want to push that. Sloth is going to get team shot there. Needs to be careful. Almost went down to ISU Group D squad. Late rotate in. Shots don't quite connect. Schmalz is able to get 2 knocks in the kill feed. Gets both finishes too as well. That's great KP for them. I don't know what kind of movement bug Dom has right now. That might just be spectator. Yeah, it was. Man, you can really move around with this lifeline. Oh my god, he gets the Kraber too. Gets absolutely sniped for it too. Good Nexus usage. Gets him out of harm's way while getting the loot. Oh, Golden with just an incredible sightline there into the window. The peaks were only seeing the heads of the other players. And he was dealing the damage. Somebody might be pulling up on them here. Point blank Kraber shot. Dom 2 cracked. Not afraid to let it sing. He's actually the kill leader right now with 10 kills, over 2k damage already in this game. Has 4 arc stars to work with right here. Yeah, this team's about to be in for a bad day. I think he does stick one of them as well. Kraber is going to be invested. Does get thermited, but he's just going to barely crack his shield. Sloth will finish up 2 of those kills. UCF going to be taken out. Next is going to be invested. Sloth and Dom are both going to be able to get out. Nice bow check shot on the ascent. Oh, gets another one as they're going out. No way! What a knock! Are you kidding me, Golden? Knocks Schmalz in the air with a 98 headshot from the bow check. And gets the finish. Dom gets a knock with the Kraber as well. Oh, nobody's even looking at him. They're on this rooftop for absolute free. And the Kraber's just going to be able to eat this up. Oh, another knock comes through, and that's going to be on Kennesaw. So we are now in the top 10 of lobbies. Oh, he almost read it. Sloth is going to be able to take out our GOAT Elixirs, though, with the R9. Or, excuse me, the G7. Just gets another knock with the R9 on the Group D squad. Sloth does get spotted from behind. Great crouch placement to use the wall behind him as cover. Dom is going to get knocked here, though, by Meadsy. Minnesota State Mavericks trying to put up a fight here. FSU Garnet does go down. Sloth is going to Nexus out. Golden will finish him off. Still take out Meadsy. Illinois Orange also now out. USU now also out. As these last few remaining teams are fighting out in these final 2 buildings in zone. KSU is still alive. But if this is them, that's on the outside. They're about to get absolutely farmed by this bow check. No, that was UFC Exodus, last remaining member, now out. No, what a flick. Dom 2 Crack gets shot, de-scopes, and refines his target in the blink of an eye. Sends that crypto packing 150 to the dome ski. Ooh, a nice Maggie attack usage. This bow check is just doing so much for them. R9 shots doing good work. Ooh, I think I saw a nade just fly in there. Gonna do decent damage as well. 11 kills for Dom as he has the Kraber out. Almost took the head out of another group. He's actually going to go down to the riot drill here from the Maggie. More damage being done. That was ISU, now dead. Last remaining team is going to be Kennesaw State, I believe. Are they going to be able to finally stop Fisher's reign of terror? One member will go down. Point blank knock with the Kraber from Dom yet again. But I don't think it's going to be enough as another member will go down. Kennesaw State finally getting some knocks, and they'll take it. Yes! The Owls putting a stop to Fisher. Elixirs getting the final knock of the game, I believe. Shouts out to our friend of the stream, friend of our League of Legends captain, Nate. Elixirs, they went to high school together. Got some history there. They finally take down Fisher, but that's going to be back-to-back first place and second place finishes for Fisher Esports. They're going to be well ahead of everybody in the lobby. And I think they probably got close to 20 kills yet again. Oh my God, they got even more. 28? 28? I mean, what an admirable performance from KSU Black to even get 9 and the win. But 28? Fisher is absolutely smurfing this lobby. This is kind of ridiculous. Augusta University actually doesn't fall that far because of how top heavy this lobby is starting to become. They are in 12th place now, so they still have a chance of getting back in this. Sloth with 24 kills just by himself. 53 across 3 games for Fisher Esports. I mean, it's just not even close. So somebody did stop Fisher, Galaxy. It was Kennesaw State, but this is starting to turn into a pretty not stacked lobby. Looks like we're getting ready for game 2 of World's Edge here. We're going to go to a quick intermission. Well, it doesn't look like there's any tech things, but we are going to do a quick break since that was 3 games. So when we come back, hopefully Augusta University can string together a better showing because we need to crack that top 10 if we want to stay in Lobby 1. Welcome back. Sorry for the wrong camera transition. We are here in game 4.
Let's check that quadrant.
Back on World's Edge.
Extended supply bin here.
It looks like we're getting a skyhook zone again. Well, second time's a charm. Augusta University is going to have to
We should cruise over there.
get a much earlier rotation and hopefully get a better spot.
Fangs out. I got an upgrade.
I just want to say, in the post-game chat, y'all couldn't see it, but it looks like some of the colleges were maybe complaining a little bit at the, performance that Fisher's putting on here. I just want to let it be known from AU's perspective, or at least my own Noah's perspective. I see no problem with Fisher Esports fielding a
I'll bag that.
very decent Apex Legends roster. They're all full-time students. You have to be, that's part of the eligibility requirements of the league. So you're full-time students, they're representing a university, they're competing. And then right now they're just doing it better than everybody else. Somebody else is gonna have to step up, figure out what they're doing, and adjust accordingly. But respect to them. Respect to them. Now, people can talk about the history of Fisher University as an educational institution and their role in collegiate esports and how they've kind of managed things in the past. There's definitely some words of constructive criticism that can be aired their way, but I don't want any of that to be used to discredit the efforts that the three individual players are currently doing right now and in their future competitions. Because the institution, that's their prerogative. The players, the students, they're doing what's best for their career, and both educationally and competitively. So I have nothing but support for those boys. Nice shot from 360. Did a nice little flick with the charge sentinel. Oh! Wait, did he get... Was that not a knock? Oh, I guess that was a different member. He did 158 to. Broke two different shields there. Who is that on top of Skyhook that he's just shooting at? No! Shooting at our boys, Kennesaw State.
Let's check this quadrant.
I'm curious to see, where is Fisher at? They are here in Landslide.
Bogey in my crosshairs.
Could get Mixie.
Bandit here. Let's scan this area. Shield core here. Level 2.
We are now holed up in the building of choice, it looks like, for the foreseeable future in this final zone, as we are getting back-to-back Northern Skyhook ring pulls. The only downside to this playstyle means we won't have an opportunity to get a lot of KP until pretty much the final zone rotations. And right now we are in 12th place, 2 points behind the cutoff to make it into the top 10 and continue to stay in this lobby 1 where our championship points are doubled every single one that we earn. So we need to get some kills here, and we need to probably get at least a top 5 placing. We want to keep pace with the rest of the lobby, excluding Fisher, of course.
Eyes up. Enemy.
Backpack here. Level 2.
Shield core here. Level 2.
Looting here.
Bellevue Jukesy getting some knocks in the kill feed as well. I don't know. I guess we're taking pot shots at Kennesaw State because they are on top of Skyhook, but I doubt we'd be able to get any type of eliminations off this. So I'm curious why we're still doing it.
Let's check this quadrant.
But any damage is good damage. Wait, did Toast just get yoinked? I believe he did. That was scary.
Bogey over there.
Nice shot again from 360. Getting some more damage done. Building up that Evo. Fisher getting, looks like their first knocks of the game as Dom starts off yet again after a nice hot streak. Let's see, where is... Looks like Dom is going to be fighting RIT. They're just collecting the skulls of any teams that have been slow to rotate into zone here. Meanwhile, I guess University's more than contented just farming some easy KP damage here. RIT's Parsnips is knocked. Jack is actually the only one alive. And it looks like he's going to get thirded by, yep, FSU Garnet.
Smuggling loot here.
Yo, got an enemy this way.
Ooh. Get decent toss and another alter kidnap attempt. Feel like we need to be careful on the edge there. That might get us one of these times. "15 squads left. The zones are continuing to rotate in. It looks like Dom has a new team in his sights. Yeah, that G7 is hitting. Does look like Group D squad ISU farmers are going to be able to get away, but they might have run themselves right into another squad, University of Utah. They're going to continue to get some shots at them.
I got one over there. Cover here.
Ooh, that's a great EMP ultimate being invested. And Group D is going to get absolutely melted by... Is this Bellevue coming from behind them in zone? No shot. Why is Bellevue still in zone? They're going to try and be gate kept here, but University of Utah has a good opportunity to potentially get both of these squads.
Enemy there. About time, eh?
Hop back on board with Augusta University. Not much has changed here. Still in our nice little cubby, away from all danger.
Let's check that quadrant.
Enemy right here. Ignore that. Let's go here.
With ring 3 closing in, we're going to see a lot more teams finally getting pushed into each other. Bellevue is going to have to go from behind onto Fisher now, and Golden is actually knocked. Dom barely getting away with his life. Bellevue probably for sure knows that this is this squad, and this is going to be probably a heated rivalry. No pun intended. See what I did there, chat? For these two teams, as they'll probably be the two favorites for the rest of the Premier season. Fisher and Bellevue now occupying the same building. Nexus is going to be invested, and they'll be actually just sends them right up onto the roof. Take high ground on them. Make sure I don't miss anything with Augusta. We are not. And this zone is now no longer going to be on Skyhook. It is pushing east. Or west, sorry. And Augusta University is going to have to move for this next zone, and they're probably going to see a couple people on the rotation here, which could be useful for KP. University of Utah now eliminated as Kennesaw State gets a knock onto Tamu, who has been having a bit of a rough series.
Cruising over there to check out the loot situation.
Hold this
They
ground.
drop right into a somewhat defensible spot. They're on the outskirts of zone. Newcastle Wall is going to do a little bit more for them.
Ultimate accelerant here.
Hey, amp right here. Power booster. Let's camp out over here. Oh, forget it.
Oh, they hear one squad on them, maybe. Oh, Meadsy, Minnesota State Mavericks team is going to get taken out. Kennesaw State rotated off of Skyhook into this next building here. Bellevue, ISU, and Fisher all occupying that building. Kaiju now eliminated as well. Schmalz takes them out.
Let's scan this area.
Attack here.
Shield core here. Level 2.
Let's check the spot. Bogey here. Let's check this quadrant.
Let's check this quadrant.
This university is being spotted by the crypto. Is Group D a solo here? He is. ISU alone behind enemy lines being spotted out. All these crypto drones are giving so much info for these other squads. So Augusta University has yet to use them in their team comp. Fisher does go down as FSU will get the final kill on the Sloth. So that leads the rest of the lobby wide open. Top 10 placement points confirmed here for AU. Another Newcastle Wall going to be invested here from 424. As they're just going to be hugging this wall in the final outskirts of zone here. 360 tried to get some KP there. Is going to get one. He finished one. St. Clair will go down. KSU Black, unfortunately, eliminated. Huge frag from 360. He got 76 shield off of that one. Oh, he missed on the flick. But 424 was able to get the knock with him. This is Texas A&M University. And we get another shield breaker, another knock. Tamo Maroon finally goes down. 2 kills now for 360. They need to be careful here. Kind of caught out in the open. Good shots from Toast to try and back them away. But now a lot of teams now know where they are. Oh, the Mad Maggie is going to deal so much damage to them as they finally enter top 5 with FSU being eliminated. So the Fisher Killers are now dead. They hear somebody close on the wall. They need to be careful here that there's not a sniper that can peek on them. Oh, Toast is actually the one with the Mastiff. I was hearing the ISU will finally go down. Group D was ratting for a while there. 4th place finish now. Is this a full squad as well? No, UCF is going to be caught out here. They're only duo. So it's 3 trios and then... Oh no, we're doing this again. 360 gets shot out of the Valk ultimate. Nice shot, 70 flesh. And now they're going to have to rotate to the next bit of cover as zone comes in. Another nice sentinel shot here. Beautiful Newcastle ultimate connecting with the car, just giving them some extended levels of cover. UCF, that's the duo now down. Nice knock from 424. The 30-30 has been singing right now. Top 3 confirmed now. It's great placement for Augusta University. If we could just get some more KP, that'd be huge. Shield back going to be invested here. Watson ult goes down. That's going to prevent a lot of nades coming in, doing more damage to us. Oh, 4 could have had a couple more headshots there. He's a little more patient on the shots, but damage still going to come through. He passes 1,000 for the first time tonight. Augusta University needs to be careful that they're not the first team to get knocked, and then they are not. So they could potentially third party this. This wall is in their way, blocking a lot of their sight lines. Illinois goes down. This is a top 2 finish here for Augusta University, and they could potentially win it right here. 424 with another knock. Mastiff just trying to do some damage. It's all up to Toast. He tries to get a shield swap. Oh, and he bypasses the altar. But this Massive, I just don't think he's going to be able to do enough damage. Cracks his shield. No way, he did it! Oh my goodness! Toast, are you kidding me? An absolute clutch performance. And exactly what Augusta University needed to be right back in it. First place finish with about 5 or so kills. They played that final zone beautifully. Newcastle walls giving them ample cover. Watson delaying any throwables that would have slowed down their rotation in, and they just got very lucky there with the sightlines as they were able to take pot shots at both of those teams. Oh, that is just something you love to see. 7-kill win for Augusta University. And they will take the game for victory. We'll update the overlay for you first. I don't even know how many. Let's see how many kills we ended up with there. We got 7 kills that game. Bring us all the way up to 8. Total. We are heading into game 5. It'll be the first one on E-District. But nicely done. Not to be overshadowed by TMU Bold. They got 10 kills there with a 2nd place finish. Fisher had 7 kills, same as Illinois, but they finished out in 11 as they were taken out early. What a phenomenal clutch from Toast Grilled. After 360 and 4 both went down, he kept that massive going, and you know what? I have to respect it because he was able to get the job done. That brought us up 4 points, first place finish. We have some really good average placing, 7.8, same as Fisher, by the way. But we have, oh, that's right, 52 less kills than them. Still good enough for 8th place. Wonderfully done there by the squad, the absolute boys. Rampart is now banned. Altar will be the next one banned. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, so it looks like we are going to do a 3-minute break before we go into our final 2 games. So we'll go to a quick intermission, but what a high to ride off on. Chat, I'm so happy that you were able to catch that one live. We'll clip it, we'll post it on our YouTube and everything like that, but what a huge win for Augusta University. Puts us in the top dogs. Right now, the only teams that have won have been Utah, Fisher, Kennesaw State, and now Augusta University. So that's 2 Georgia teams showing out for the region. We'd love to see it. 360, some great calls. I'm sure with the IGLing, I wish we were in their comms. If you were watching his POV, let me know how hectic it was. It's just awesome stuff. Awesome. Love that we were able to watch a win tonight. Hopefully it's not the last one of the evening. Beautiful stuff out of the boys. We'll be right back after this break for the final 2 games of the night on the most potentially hectic map of the evening, E-District, on your screens right after this. Chad, welcome back to Game 5. And that's right. The overlay is not wrong. First place We are hot off the trails of our first game win of the season, and we were able to do it in the first 4 games. Could not have been more proud of the boys. We got toast grilled with probably some of the most nerve-wracking mastiff shots of his life to finish off that team fight. It was a beauty to behold. Thanks to some beautiful play calling from 360 IGLing. The Newcastle Wall Ultimate was beautifully done back to back. And nobody really challenged us on the outside of the zone. So we were able to kind of pick and choose our battles there. It was awesome. Awesome to see. But we are right back here in Game 5. Hopefully we can keep the good times rolling. We are currently sitting in 8th place. We need to finish top 10 in order to stay in the top lobby 1 for the Premier Division. And we're on Game 1 here on E-District. Let's take a look at where the zone's pulling. It's pulling way north, and we are on the complete southern side of the map. So that's going to be kind of tough for us. And are you kidding me? Fisher Esports are the ones that are right behind us. Yeah, this is going to be rough. 424 immediately goes down as Sloth has his sights set on the Jaguars. Talk about a roller coaster of emotions. Looks like Fisher Esports did not take kindly to us winning that game, and we will immediately be the first squad eliminated. That's got to be unlucky. Is our draft really right next to Fisher Esports? Chat, are we serious? There's no way. Well, we are the first team eliminated here in Game 5 after winning Game 4. And to be honest, chat, sometimes that is just how... That's just how it goes. You hate to see it. But you know what? I think we'll still be good enough to remain in the top 10. We'll have one more game after this to hopefully secure our spot. And it looks like Bellevue, they saw the knocks and they know where our team is, so they actually want to go ahead and force this fight already? Talk about a rivalry being formed before our very eyes. They really don't like each other. I will say the after game chats have been starting to get heated already, and it's week 1. But low-key, I'm livid for it. Low-key, I want the drama. Chat, I don't know about y'all, but I'm trying to see people get petty. Nice knock there on the Jukesy. Dom's R9 is just absolutely singing. Almost did a 360 with the G7. That would have been ridiculous. Sloth is going to be able to get the last 2 knocks there. And I do believe there is a solo that got away. Yes. VOD was able to get away. We're going to go ahead and finish. There's their UCF. Gets a kill as Mobius on Utah is going to go ahead and start fighting ISU somewhere else on the map. That could be... That's Schmal's team, yeah. Tim and Maroon also here. Are they trying to third-party this? They might be. What team is this? Who is this? Arkansas State? What are we doing? Texas A&M has been having a bit of a rough series. Are they still chasing down Bod? Surely they are. It does look like this ring might be pulling towards City or Energy, if I had to guess. Looks like a lot of teams are predicting it's going to be northeast at the very least. Bellevue finally taken out. Dom is now going to be looking at UFC Exodus. Next squad, charge zipline being pulled out. And what an unorthodox comp as well that they've just been running these lobbies with. Pathfinder, Lifeline, and Mad Maggie. There's no way. We didn't heal. Well, Dom got some more free KP. He's going to be the kill leader again. Let's see. Yep, Final Zone did go northeast here. Who's in a really good spot here? Kennesaw State yet again. No surprise there. They have been one of the most consistently, one of the most consistent teams at predicting Final Zone. It's been giving them a great advantage with average placement and things like that. It looks like ISU was able to get the full reset there, as Illinois Orange will go down in the kill feed. KSU are getting kind of poked from a lot of different angles here. RIT has some angles on them. Need to be careful there, but they do have some pretty good area on the map for right now. Watson ult to go down. That'll help them regain some of their shields. Not letting them play Sid for some reason. That was a little frustrating, I'm sure. But yeah, we'll watch our KSU boys. Fisher Esports got eliminated by Texas A&M. Wait, I looked down for 2 seconds. And they're a full squad. They're full up. So Fisher's aggressive playstyle coming to bite them yet again as they get nowhere near Final Zone. Another 15th placing. How many kills did they have, though? They had 6, so, I mean, they're still going to finish first place. Those 2 monster games back-to-back were, I mean, huge for them. But we'll hop back on board with Kennesaw State here, who I'm hoping get a second win here. Make the Georgia teams represent very well.
Standard stock here. Level 3.
I'm saying hi to the drones on the outside. I don't know whose drone this is. Team U Bold now eliminated. They've been having a really good series as well in terms of racking up KP. Let me see, do they have any this game? Yeah, they already had a full squad wipe, it seems.
I see one.
Tama Maroon goes down, so the Fisher Killers are taken out yet again. University of Utah are going to be the culprits. And looks like they took some damage with it, but they are going to be able to get a full reset. They have plenty of movement tech as well. They should be able to pop this balloon and get closer to final zone here. This is an interesting. Florida State has a Kraber, so they're looking to gatekeep anybody on the last rotate in, and it doesn't look like they spotted anybody. I think they know where UFC Exit is. I believe they were fighting them just a moments ago. That's why they keep looking for them. Oh, there we go. Shots ring out. They need to be careful. This Kraber scope could really do some damage against them. Looks like they don't find anything. University of Utah gets full shields back up and the full reset. They're going to take some pot shots with the triple take. Only able to do a little bit there. Who are they fighting? RIT. Kennesaw State still in a very decent position where they're at.
We should go that way. Target over there. Let's transfer to that spot.
Yeah, this Nemesis is putting in some work on whichever squad is in there. We'll hop back on board with Kennesaw State here. Cryptos are getting shot out of the sky as they continue to gain information for everybody.
We can scan this area.
Oh, nice charge rifle shots.
Got some max level.
Some shields broken. Back to back.
I see one. I got one over there.
Another bogey.
One of them over there. Got one right here. I got one over there.
ISU Farmers now goes down. Kennesaw State continuing to hold strong on their pretty much god spot here. Looks like Schmal's team, Minnesota State, is going to have a decent spot as well. FSU Garnet goes down. Mobius gets some more kills, so University of Utah is starting to rack up some KP on their rotate into this final zone. I think they just heard this squad. St. Clair Green is going to be underneath Kennesaw here on the outside of this building.
Line squad nearby. One of them over there. Enemy agent.
Team fight starting to spill out now. This could be a free kill. He calls it out, and yes, they are going to be able to get the last remaining member of SE. So Kennesaw State doing a great job of just third-partying, holding their space in this final zone. And wow, they predicted it perfectly. This final ring is still going to be centering right on their building. Kennesaw State, yet again, showing just the supremacy of the Georgia region at calling zones. It's just what we do. It's just reps. We have perfected the ratting play style. We're not going to be the most aggressive players like Bellevue or Fisher, but I'll tell you what, we're going to know where that ring closes in, and we're going to be set up for it. Oh, what a knock. Purdue getting absolutely feasted on right now as they go into this final zone. Some more KP here for Kennesaw State, and we do have a squad dropping right on top as University of Utah will go down. Kennesaw State should be able to get some kills here. Ooh, the strafe actually did a lot of damage to Elixirs there. Kindly has to go out as well. These could be huge nades. Nice. He's going to do a lot of tick damage. He's going to try and get around the outside. Drop the arc star through the window. First one goes in. Second one isn't really able to do a lot. Still does some damage. This is beautiful team play here from Kennesaw State as they are able to wipe out RIT from underneath their building. They're going to become the kill leaders. They're going to maintain their god spot in zone. And they will enter the top 5. And they are rapidly approaching the first team so far in this series to win 2. Oh, the tracking just a little bit off. And whoa, G7 shots came in quick. Elixirs goes down. Kindly's going to have to play on the offensive to make sure they don't get inted on. Doesn't look like they will just yet. Those are great G7 shots from whoever. USU Goats now eliminated. Good arc star. Let's see if they can roll that frag in there as well. They hop out from behind the cover. Nice. They're still able to get some decent damage. They're going to get the knock as Limbo goes on the offensive here. That squad is now down. They have to turn to their back as this next series of squads rotating out of this building are just going to be free and easy kills. They look down. Minnesota State dead. UC Exodus dead. Ooh, Kindly almost gets 1 mag. His teammates should be here. This is the last squad, so all they have to do is break through these knockdown shields, and they will secure 2 wins on the series. GG's KSU Black. Shouts out to Elixirs yet again. Another friend of the stream, friend of the program here down at Augusta, and we're representing Georgia well. Sorry, Ontario, Canada, wherever you guys are at. That's now, count them, 3 victories for the Georgia region here on week 1 of the Premier Division. You hear that, OAS? If you're watching, Georgia showing out. KSU Black with 2 wins, Augusta with 1. That's half of the wins so far, or about to be half of the wins. A 14-kill monster performance from Kennesaw State. Unfortunately, Augusta University, after their phenomenal match 4 with first place and 7 kills, gets inted by Fisher and will be the first team dead. Let's take a look at the final standings here after 5 games, and it does look like Augusta University did not move at all, but now their margin for error is very, very small. Only 2 points separating 10th place in this tie right there. That's heartbreaking for Illinois Orange. Augusta University will need to have at least an average game if they want to secure their spot in the top 10 here. KSU Black, though, still not approaching Fisher Esports in terms of score. I mean, that kill differential is just ridiculous. But a 3.6 average placing, far and away the best in the lobby, as they have 2 first-place finishes and a 3rd-place finish. Shouts out to the program over at Kennesaw State. They are having an absolute monster of a series. Crypto will be the last legend banned as we go into Game 6. Looks like they're about to start it. So let me update the overlay for you guys before we get in. First ding. This is final game. Final game, chat. If y'all are still tuning in, thank you so much for the support. We appreciate it. without further ado, chat, we are entering the final game here of week 1. Come on, Augusta, just don't get last place. That's all I ask. 360, if you're listening, if you're watching, which obviously he's not, take us home. Top 10 finish. That's all I want. I know it doesn't technically matter. I believe I was told that the seeding, the relegation stuff doesn't come into effect until next week, but we still earn, placement points, champ points. So the higher up we place is still obviously better. And yeah, that is Fisher drops right next to us in Humbert Labs. Oh my gosh. That's so brutal. What? This is not 360. Back. Valk, Newcastle, and Watson yet again will be the team comp here for final game.
Let's check that quadrant.
Fisher knows that this is where we're at. You can already see that they're starting to move south. If I'm Augusta, I'd probably want to go ahead and try and get as close as we can to UFC Exodus. Potentially try and hope for a third-party situation, or maybe enemy of my enemy situation where they help us out. That's what I would hope for.
Let's check that quadrant.
100%.
Extended supply bin up there. Bogey spotted out there.
Looks like we have avoided the Fisher push for now. We went through Shipyard after UFC Exodus has already vacated it. It looks like they're already in Viaduct. But we're heading that way now. We're not that looted up. We haven't hit any Hiva Harvesters on the rotate as well. So everybody's still on white shields. UFC has blue. I'm guessing Fisher still has white. So I'd be more comfortable with that one.
Extended light mag here. Level 2.
All right, UFC Exodus decided to go closer towards RIT. Augusta University decided to just loot a little bit there in that building and head farther up north. I believe this is St. Clair Green. St. Clair Saints. That is going to be right next to us as we take the balloon, and we're going to hit this rotate. It looks like it's a pretty similar pull to last ring, but we won't know until we get one more ring scan. What's the first team that went out? Florida State. Unfortunate for them. We'll be seeing you later, hopefully next week. GG's to them, because they are the first team eliminated here in the final game of tonight.
Let's check that quadrant. Level up. An upgrade sounds good right about now. We should cruise over there.
You got it.
So we spot Shamal's team, Minnesota State, behind us with the enemy scan.
Salvage right here.
And we are 360 is hearing the fights east of us, which is including Fisher. So I don't know if he's going to want to continue that. We will have to see. 17 squads now remain as Kaiju and Tamu Maroon are the next to fall. RIP Texas A&M. Shout out Zephyrcast, who's also been doing a watch party for tonight's matches over on his stream. We appreciate his exposure.
Over here. Calling it. Attack here.
Early rotate coming in here from Augusta University with the Valkyrie. Looks like we saw Purdue's squad in a spot that we wanted to land in, so we settled for a little bit of an earlier drop into a building that seems to be vacated. 360 continuing to take up space, though. I think he wants to get at least sight lines on the fights that are happening over here. And he's going to take some shots. 52 with the bow check already onto a blue shield. Bellevue eliminated and USU eliminated. That's huge for Bellevue going down because they were above us in the rankings. So that's going to be really nice for us to potentially secure a bit of a higher seed here. Not that I think we were close to Bellevue's score, but we were close to some of the other people. So them not getting scored just makes it a little shorter of a field for us to climb up. If I'm not mistaken.
Optics here. Sniper.
360 tried with the bow check, but to no avail.
Shield battery here. Bogey in sight.
Yeah, Bellevue's in 6th place. We were in 8th, but they had 42 points. We were sitting at 27. So still potential. Did Bellevue get any kills? I think they did. What? When did they get 7? So they were just squad wiping all these people below them. That's crazy. So they'll move up probably, or stay at 6th place at the very least. They might move up to 5, depending on how these other teams shake out. Shamals is getting some kills, so that's good for them. Minnesota State Mavericks, they've been having a monster series as well. They're top 5 right now.
Calling it. Attack here. We should maneuver that area.
There's a clueless bogey out there.
This is a good little spot here in center ring. 360 appears to just want to hold up here.
Console.
There's a ring console. Yeah, he pinged it. He wants to know where this next one's going to be. Looks like Purdue, Kennesaw State, who have been masters at it so far with 2 wins already in this series, believe it's going to be heading down towards labs. 360 is going to be heading for the console here. Potentially confirm that theory. Figure out whether or not it's true. It does look like this is Illinois Orange flying in. And yeah, KSU was right. When are they not? It is going to be heading south towards labs. And Kennesaw State's going to get a knock onto somebody in Purdue here. That's huge. As Fisher Sloth is also going to get a kill in the kill feed. Another knock by Elixirs with the PK actually onto a member of Purdue. As Fisher continues to finish off ISU. And they will be eliminated. I think there's one more member alive there on Purdue that Kennesaw State's fighting. And there they go. Kennesaw State finishing up their second place run. They actually aren't that far behind from Fisher. If Fisher dies like now or before top 10, and KSU wins another match, they would actually surpass them for first place. But that's a big if. Nice enemy scan. Gives 360 a lot of info. Evo Harvester is going to be filling up our Evos to max, so that's really good. And no way, chat. What an absolute dime of a ring pull for us. As 360 has apparently outsmarted Kennesaw State, the Georgia teams doing what Georgia teams do, have perfectly read where this final zone is going to be, and we are currently in God's spot. This is a big responsibility. We could really finish out this series strong. We just have to make sure we don't get inted on these teams that are trying to rotate in and take our space. And 360 has his hands on a Kraber with infinite ammo. That is probably one of the most dangerous combos I've ever seen in this game. Oh, we're actually in such a good spot. Top 10 finish as the University of Utah goes down. That's actually also very good for us to potentially move up the rankings. Let me check the score yet again. Yeah, they were in 4th place. They were actually tied with the Minnesota State Mavericks, so it looks like Schmal's team should be able to surpass them this game. Because I believe they're still alive. Yes, they are. Did Utah have any kills? They only had 1. Wow. Chat, lock in. This could be a very hectic final zone. Oh my gosh, so we have a team trying to get on us, and Toast goes down, but he does get a knock, so it's a 1-for-1 trade. We'll take it. Newcastle will be able to get the res on him as well. We'll hop on board 360 here. We'll have to probably do the damage dealer. This is Godspot. A lot of teams are going to want to get into this building. Nice 1 mag from 360. This is another squad. The Citizen 360 goes down. Newcastle ultimate. Or not ultimate, passive. Should be able to get the res up. All 3 members healthy. Beautiful Newcastle wall from 4. Fortifies a nice little corner in the building here. 360 now full HP. With a Kraber and a car. Both with unlimited ammo. Beautiful placement. They weren't reading that. Oh no, the wall takes away his angle. He could have had another knock. Oh, and this is Fisher Esports as Golden is going to be full killed as Sloth takes out Toast. But Sloth will now go down to 360. And that's Dom, the lifeline, flying away. Oh, everybody wanted a piece of that building. And Fisher will go down immediately after, and let me guess who it is. Our GOATs at Kennesaw State. If it had to be somebody, I guess it had to be them. Augusta University will get 3 kills and a top 10 finish. Wait, does that say... That's bugged. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, it just starts counting from here. I didn't even realize it did that. Fisher Esports had 14 kills. Get out of our lobby. Whatever. inting absolutely everybody and their mother in this lobby. Shouts out to them. They'll finish first place there in this first series. But Augusta University will go down finally. They're in, what was it, 8th place? Yes, 8th place, or 9th place. So a top 10 finish with some KP. That should be enough to secure us in the upper half of this lobby. Could have been a better showing, but we finished with 1 win. Just needed a few more KP, but it looked like 4-2-4 and Toast. We're finally starting to get into the groove of it, especially after game 3 there. So all in all, a very decent showing for the Jaguars here. And I'm more than content to watch our KSU boys represent the great state of Georgia a little bit longer here in the series. Nice Kraber shot from Limbox.
Bogey right here.
Ooh, that's a devious angle, whoever's shooting these people. They need to be careful that Kraber. They're so far back. The doorway is just giving them plenty of cover. That's crazy.
Enemy in sight.
Elixirs broke the shield of a Watson with his 30-30. Nicely done. It does look like Kindly wants to go on the offensive here. Nice kills on a St. Clair Green, and KSU will defend the God Spot building yet again, the one they stole from us. Barely misses the Kraber shot on that one.
Bogey over there. Enemy in sight.
There we go. I was about to switch away, but Limbox finally gets killed. Arkansas State with a nice top 5 showing from them. They've been struggling a little bit throughout this series, so good to see them make it to the final ring here in the final game of the night. Gives them some positive momentum heading in. Nice shots from Elixirs on the 30-30, ringing out. Oh, he almost got it on the readjustment. Would have been a knock there, I believe, because they've already taken out some of their shields. They're going to go in and rotate on this, and wow, KSU might actually get another win. Could be back-to-back. Oh, Kindly might be a little bit too aggressive. Did get caught out here and will be knocked. Kindly feeling himself maybe a little too much here. Lim wanted to go and get the res here, but he needs to be careful. They might int this. Oh, spotted one. Calls it out. Inbox just using Watson utility to his advantage. Has the Kraber, so is able to deal plenty of damage from afar too. Doesn't have to force anything. Fortunately, you can't shoot through walls just yet in this game.
Enemy in sight.
Oh my goodness. Chat, clip it. Limbox with an absolute monster of a Kraber headshot. Quick flick as they were just running beneath cover. He probably thought he was completely safe. Oh, that would have been a knock too. Doesn't matter. He'll one mag him with the unlimited ammo car that he stole from my GOAT 360, and that'll be Shamal's team. We'll be seeing you later. GG's. Minnesota State Mavericks are now down, and KSU did give up high ground here, and the zone is going to be rotating towards the opposite way. So another top 3 finish. This is Illinois Orange. Is there a... Oh my gosh, UCF with another ratting play. We're using a Mirage in the big 2-6. That's crazy. UCF will surely go down here momentarily. No, you're kidding me, kindly. You are absolutely ridiculous. And Kennesaw State says, yeah, we'll go ahead and take high ground on you as well. This Limbox is on an absolute monster of a flank. He's going to be able to get a knock. The re-knock, I should say. And here comes KSU from the sky. The pincer maneuver from the Z-axis will confirm the back-to-back W's for Kennesaw State. Ladies and gentlemen, we just watched an absolute masterclass. Shouts out our boys over in Marietta, Kennesaw State. We'll be seeing them later this year, actually. We'll be heading up to their campus for the Peach Belt Conference Championships. Always good to see our Georgia boys representing. I'm excited to see how that's actually the exact scenario I mentioned when we were talking about earlier mid-game when we were like, oh, KSU could actually overtake Fisher if they have a close to a 20-kill game and the win. Let's see how it actually shook out. 17 kills from them. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And no, they're 4 points away, chat. Wait, do you see it? Chat, they're 4 points away. 3.2 average placing is just ridiculous. 51 kills, but not even close to the 80 kills from Fisher. My goodness. But if you see, Augusta University did just enough. Just enough to finish top 10. We love to see it. Only 11 kills is what really slowed us down there. We just kind of got unlucky on some of the team fights. In fact, we were about to have another monster game. We had Godspot. We were about to wipe Kennesaw State. And 360 was about to 1v3 the monsters of Fisher Esports before we got trolled. It happens. But yeah, shouts out to Kennesaw State. They did absolutely insanely well in that last game. Kindly and I think it was Limbox with the Krabers. Kindly had it with the limited ammo and the car with the limited ammo. Just absolutely feasting on those final few teams in zone. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. This has been week 1 of the Premier Division for Augusta University. We finished in 9th place. It's great showing for us. Shook some of the rust off, and we got one victory there as well. Can't ask for much more of that, especially in a lobby that's going to be as stacked as lobby 1 of the Premier Division will be all season long. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be posting the VOD and the clips of our win, I'm sure, tomorrow, so be sure to tune into that, or it'll be up probably by Monday. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Shouts out to Zephyrcast once again for shining a light on the collegiate Apex scene. It's so much fun, and I'm so proud of all of the collegiate students that are putting this content and competing, representing their university out there in such a way. But that'll be it for me. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys have a phenomenal weekend. It looks like we're finally getting some good weather after some back-to-back winter storms down here in the south. Hopefully we can finally enjoy some of the nicer weather. Get out there, stay active, or game all weekend like I am, now that Call of Duty dropped their ranked mode. That's probably all I'm going to be doing this weekend. Oh, and the Super Bowl. Go Seahawks. Shouts out Coach Pepper on the JV team. Hopefully they can get the dub this Sunday. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching.